If your dog is having trouble getting up out of his bed, sliding on the floor, or even just not being able to walk as long or as far as he used to, then keep watching because this video is for you. Hi everyone, I'm Hindi. I started Great Paws and All, and today I wanted to talk about some mobility aids that will help your senior dog and you as well. The first one I wanted to talk about is the dog stroller, which is my absolute favorite invention. I love it so much. It was a complete game changer. Um, I foster and adopt senior dogs, but they always tend to be the really small ones. And even though they're under 10 pounds, carrying them gets they get very heavy very quickly. And that's what we did for years. We would go out on day trips and we would carry them all over the place. And it was very backbreaking. And then I started seeing people with strollers, and I admit I was very judgy. And my first thoughts were, you spoil that dog so much you can't even let his paws touch the ground. And I think that was the case in a lot of the strollers that I saw. But then I started talking to people, and I realized that it was so helpful for their older dogs, and we got one, and it was the best thing we ever could have done. So what's fantastic about, I mean, they fold up, they have tons of features, baskets, I mean, the whole thing. And we were able to take our dogs on the train, the ferry, the bus, long walks everywhere you want to go. They walked for as long as they could, and when they needed a break, we just put them in the stroller. So I highly recommend. Um, there are various sizes, so it depends on how big your dog is. If your dog is quite big, you can get a wagon, and also same thing, fantastic. Check on Amazon, just do a search on Google. Facebook Marketplace sometimes has them. You may want to check that out. Next thing I wanted to talk about was a harness. They have full body harnesses, which I've never needed for any of my dogs, but I did get my last dog Jack a rear lifting harness. I'll link it down below just so you see what it looks like. It's just like a one long piece with like handles, and I needed it to help support his front legs, but you just put it under the behind his front legs, and it was fantastic. Really helpful. The next thing I wanted to mention was if your dog is having trouble getting traction on your floor, try yoga mats or interlocking rubber mats because they will make a massive difference. It'll give your dog something to grip onto. Okay, they're not the most attractive, but it can save your dog from getting injured. Another thing, there are different types of carpets, like area rugs you may want to try. It depends on your aesthetic, but look into them because they're very helpful. Another thing in terms of that helps a dog with mobility issues, so pet steps and ramps. A ramp can definitely help your dog get in and out of the car. They have so many different styles. Some are some like are telescoping, if that's the way you pronounce it. So you can they start at one length and then they can go bigger. Some are just one fixed length. Some have sides to make it easier for your dog to walk up. It's a guide and then he won't slip off. Some of the surfaces are no skid. So check it out and see which one suits your dog the best. And they also have little mini ramps you can put alongside your bed if your dog wants to get up onto your bed. One little tip for you, which I used for my dog Safi, who was a puppy mill rescue, who was terrified of absolutely every single thing. I got her a ramp, but she was too scared to go up it. So I put a little treat, chicken or cheese, whatever your dog loves, put it at the bottom of the ramp. And then I made a trail. And over time, she got used to going up the ramp, following that trail. So that's a little tip to get them used to the ramp. There's also steps that you can use depending on how high the bed is. They can get up onto the bed with steps or for your couch. Those could even your car, depending on what kind of car you have. I did buy one set of pet steps. Obviously, I didn't make a very good choice. There are some fantastic quality ones out there. I didn't pick a very good one. I sent it back, and I ended up just turning over one of those big plastic storage tubs, put a blanket on top, and I used that as a step. Anyway, those are just a few quick tips to help your senior dog with mobility issues get around a lot easier. So, do you have a senior dog with that has had some mobility issues? And let us know what products you have used. Sorry for the plane going over. Let us know what products you've used that have helped make a big difference. In another video, I will talk about possible treatment options, but this is just specifically for mobility aids. And trust me, you're going to love them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel so you keep up to date on when a new video is released. Please like, and if you know anybody who shares their life with a senior dog, let them know about this channel and my Facebook group, which is called Senior Dog Care Club. It's a wonderful support for senior dog parents. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you again soon.